sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Brandon Cooks, 62 yards. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Raekwon McMillan gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Sam Sloman for the PAT.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll run on first down. Barry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Charles. And he'll be out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Touchdown, Seahawks. Devin Duvernay. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. The extra point up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Tremble with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Now a throw here to his running back. Another nice move. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. But this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
On third down, it's Barry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on fourth down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. They go play action now. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Barry. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Second and 10. They'll try the left side. Barry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, it's Barry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6.
Seahawks 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He'll look to throw.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, But I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the interception, here's Wilson.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a give, right side. It's Berry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick here is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play action. Now Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
On 1st down, Barry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barry. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Ooh, with a juke. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a give, right side. It's Barry. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Gets around him. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. That caught by Trimble. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
A tie game in the 4th quarter. You and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Flushed out right. He finds his man complete. That's Franklin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
You don't want no problems with me.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he'll take this one down near the 15. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
I like the call. inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And this one is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, 4th quarter, with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They go play action with Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Barry.
And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. 110 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of your play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. They'll try the left side. It's Barry, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 3rd down. It's barely. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing now is Wilson. Rolling to his left. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Blesson Austin. And the Seahawks are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey